Sheila in the GANGSTA Goodies Kitchen. I have another special guest today. Tell people who you are.
Mitchell Sudduth, 5th District candidate in district right here in Kansas City. So stay tuned, votes coming up April 2nd. Check us out today, but we're here in the kitchen being creative and cooking. So I'll let Ms. Johnson take it over.
Yes. So one of the reasons why we do this, and I tell you guys this often, is that we use this platform to help bring families and communities together one meal at a time. And we've got to get engaged in the political process, y'all. And so I'm so excited that Mitch agreed to come and cook for us and to share his vision of 5th District, Kansas City with you. And he's going to ask you for your vote, and he's going to tell you why you should vote for him. So you guys stay tuned for all of that. So Mitch, what are you going to show us how to cook today?
Today we have one of my favorite recipes, something that I learned years ago. Had a cousin, his mother, my aunt, she cooked this.
Okay.
It's BlackEyed Peas.
Okay.
And it's with a little bit of a twist, though.
We like that.
So it's a complete meal at the same time. It involves chicken, black-eyed peas, a little bit of tomatoes, and some jalapenos. Just kind of spice it up.
I like. Okay. So you can go ahead and get started and show us how you're going to make this.
Absolutely. Well, of course, first, you take the peas and you dump it in the pan here.
Okay. And so now I always try to give people options. The old school way is we let the peas soak overnight.
Absolutely.
Or you can do like how I do, and I'll go and buy frozen black-eyed peas. And that way you don't have to soak them. They're just ready to go.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And these are frozen here, so we didn't have to soak them or whatever. So
okay.
That was good there. I just put tomatoes in there, so some chopped up tomatoes. And I typically like to buy the fresh tomatoes, so I don't buy, not in the can or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
But I buy the fresh and chop them up,
okay.
for the most part.
Okay.
So you put the tomatoes in there, the black-eyed peas in there, and then you drop in the jalapenos. Now, I'll tell you, I warn you, you don't want to put too many in there because it'll be too hot.
Okay.
But you cut off a few slices, maybe about 5 or 6 slices of that jalapeno. Just dump it in there, and it's going to marinate in there. It's going to give it that flavor, that zing, that taste. You know what I mean? That little bite behind it.
Look, y'all, he actually knows how to cook, right?
And so once you do that, and typically what I do is I'll start the cooking process here and start letting that marinate a little bit together, and then that's when I'm going to buy chicken that's already preheated, pre-cooked or whatever.
Okay.
And just dump it in there.
Okay.
And once I do that, then for the most part, you've got your mix. You got a complete meal. And I'll tell you right now, this whole meal costs less than, I want to say $12.
I love it.
The black-eyed peas were about $3.
Okay.
The chicken was like $5.
Nice.
Tomato was $1, and then you had the jalapeno, probably 50 cents. So it's probably like that. Matter of fact, it's under $10, I believe. So
nice. And so, how long are you gonna let this cook?
Probably about 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you're going to turn it on low?
Turn it on low.
You put a lid on it?
Yes, I do. You want to put a lid on it.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to put a lid on it because that's going to seal in that flavor. You know what I mean? For the most part. And sometimes you don't have to use water. You can use chicken broth for this.
Yes.
Which makes it taste even better.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So,
okay.
And then you just put a little bit of salt. Right here this is pink.
It's pink Himalayan salt.
Pink Himalayan salt.
And pepper blend.
So absolutely. This is some of Sheila's flavor here. So I'm going to try that out today. Just a spritz
Spice
of that.
Lab Inc. Woohoo!
Yeah, normally I would use sea salt because it has a little bit more minerals, as they say.
Yes.
But we're going to try that.
Okay. All right. And so when we come back, y'all, I get to taste Mitch's black-eyed peas with the twist. So stay tuned. We'll be right back, y'all. Hey, y'all, we are back, and I get to taste Mitch's black-eyed peas with the twist. Now, I have to admit, I've never had black-eyed peas with jalapenos in them or chicken.
It's all right. You're safe here.
I'm safe.
You're
Okay,
safe.
all right.
You know what I mean?
I'm ready
This
to...
is safe to eat.
Look, it looks delicious.
It's not bad. It's really a great meal.
It looks delicious. And he made some cornbread too, y'all. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Absolutely. You cannot have black-eyed peas without cornbread.
Yes, that's what Mama and them would say.
It's like having ice cream, cake without ice cream.
See,
you know what I mean?
There you go. I get it. I got it.
So, you just cannot do it. And I'm going to have a little bit of this, too.
You go right ahead.
I haven't even tasted this today, but I know that it's... Good, huh? Good, right?
Oh my
Now,
goodness!
you're not just saying that, right?
Let me tell you, I'm such a foodie. I would be like,
Well, next to the next segment. Yes, see you guys next time. That's what you'd be saying, right?
And I'll tell you what I really like. I hate when beans and peas are overcooked.
Yeah.
Because then they're mushy.
Yeah.
You know, and so either I'm going to have beans and peas or I'm going to have like a bisque, okay? These are delicious.
And not too much on the bite. I didn't want to overdo it.
Yes.
Sometimes people can't take the jalapeno.
Absolutely.
Flavor.
I
It's too
love.
spicy.
Who would have ever thought to put jalapenos and chicken in your black-eyed peas? But nice flavor, y'all. I'm telling you. You know, Mitch, it is. I always ask my guests to share with us a food story, like when you were growing up, because when we are from that generation where the kitchen was the heart of the home.
Absolutely.
You know, our mothers cooked. It wasn't like going out to eat and stuff like we do now.
That's right.
It didn't jump off like that. So, do you have a story you can share with us?
Oh wow, man, I have so many stories, and I have a big family. I got like 10 uncles and aunts, 22 first cousins, 20 second cousins. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And so, you know, I look at the show Soul Food. Our family was just like that, but without all the argument. You follow what I'm saying?
I do.
And so, you know, one thing I do say, and that's one of the things in terms of my platform, city council and whatnot, it's one of the things I've been saying is that we don't have enough family restaurants in the city, on the east side of town. And the reason I say it is because traditionally, like you were saying, the tables where you've always gotten, you know, that's where conversation happens, when you find out what's going on with the children or the family or whatever the case may be. And so we don't have, besides the mom and pops, you know, restaurants and whatnot, we don't have one single family restaurant that's a chain restaurant on the east side of town. We have to drive all the way to Lee Summit or Overland Park or Independence to get, you know, that type of meal. And we do that often.
Right.
And we're spending that money right off the bat.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the family tables where you found out what was happening with your son, your daughter, or whatever, and
Yes.
you gave them instruction.
Yes.
And you might have saw them that day hanging out with somebody down the street on the corner. You say, hey, I saw you hanging out with, you know, that guy on the corner. Who is that? Well, I really don't like him.
Yes.
And so you need to watch yourself. I don't really want you hanging out with them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I think those conversations don't happen enough now.
Yes.
And a lot of it deals with, you know, in our community, everybody's got the roller skates on. Everybody's doing fast food. You know what I mean? It's fast food this, fast food that. You just slow down and have dinner with your folks, with your children, to engage them to find out what's going on. And to be honest with you, by doing that, it would probably cut down on a lot of crime and a lot of little mischievous things that happen and a lot of things that, you know, accidents that happen. You know, just based on that. You know, and that comes like at the table, the echoes of whatever your parents have said at the table. You know, when they're out there in those situations. And I remember being in situations like that. It's like, you know, something's about to happen. You say, oh, man, no, I'm gone, man. You know, you guys go ahead on. I'm gone. And then you hear the next day something happened.
Something happened,
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I think that's something that's missing, and we need more family restaurants on the east side of town.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I'm talking to one of the real estate consultants right now in terms of getting it to happen. Even before I'm getting to city council, I'm trying to put some work in to make sure when I get there, X, Y, and Z is already happening in place.
Yes.
And so Blue Parkway Shops, they have a building, one of the buildings that has been vacant from the beginning.
Okay.
And that was 30 years ago. It's been vacant for 30 years.
Wow.
And so I'm talking to someone right now about putting a concept restaurant in there.
Okay.
And it's probably going to be anywhere between $200,000 and $300,000 of tenant improvements in terms of what this restaurant goes in there.
What it would take to get it up and running.
I
love it. I love it.
So it's going to be a class, you know, if we get it done, it's going to be a class 1 restaurant.
Okay. And then you'll employ people in the community.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a part of it. And that just goes to my whole platform. You know what I mean? You know, economic development, you know, for those of you who don't know, on the east side of town, when I say east side, I'm saying everything east of Truce.
Yes.
You know, in the city. Yes. There hasn't been a development in 30 years. In 30 years. But there's development downtown, the development midtown, development, Facebook just got refaced. You know what I mean? The plaza is what it is, but you got Brookside just got refaced, and they're doing construction in Waldo. Where's the construction on the east side of town? It's been 30 years, and so the last affluent project that we had was Blue Parkway Shops.
Okay.
Which people still go there now.
That's
you know
been 30 years ago?
That was 30 years ago.
Oh,
we haven't had a development since then. But
so, Mitch, one of the things that I hear people talking about a lot in the city is of course, you know, you talked a little bit about economic development, crime. It's the elephant in the room.
Right. And so, and I'll tell you this, my sentiments on crime is the solutions. And the solution to me is economic development, so we can build things, you know, create retail, create restaurants, create office space, so we can employ people. Because if these people have jobs, then the chances of crime is going to go down. You follow what I'm saying? At that point, they're trying to protect their own money.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so, in my opinion, if we create the jobs, the crime will automatically start to decrease.
Okay.
It just goes hand in hand.
Okay.
The reason the crime is happening is because they don't have it, and they're just, you know, robbing, stealing, you know, mugging, you know, to take whatever they can.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right.
That's a part of it.
Right.
There's a lot of stress that goes along,
Yes.
you know, with those ills of society. And
Yes.
I'm not saying it's going to get rid of all crime.
Absolutely.
But
That's
it will help in the process.
Yes.
You know, and another thing is dealing with education. You know,
that was my next question. Yes.
That deals with, you know, bringing more trade schools. There's some people that don't want to go to college or whatever. But for those people who don't want to go to college, we need to offer our alternative in terms of trade school.
Yes.
And whatnot. And so those are that's one of the things that I want to bring back to Kansas City, like the VOTEC at one time. Now it's Manual Technical Center, but it's only for high school kids or whatever.
Okay.
And so, which what the VOTEC was too, but I want to create something that are for people who may not be going to college, or people who are just not, you know, who may still be out there in the job market looking for something, but want a specialty.
Yes.
And can make a career out of it.
Yes.
You follow what I'm saying?
I do. I have a 13-year-old granddaughter. I mean, well, she'll be 13 in July.
Yeah.
And she's already made up her mind. She's like, I don't want to work for anybody else.
Yeah.
I want to work for myself.
Right.
She says, so I don't know if that means I do go to college or I don't go to college. And so as part of her village, my job is to help her identify those areas of interest.
Yeah.
Even at 12. Cultivate those, put her in those situations where she can see that work.
See other people. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like she
Expose
has an
her.
interest in lip gloss. She loves lip gloss.
Yeah.
Okay. And so shout out to the young lady who owns Pink Lip Cosmetics. And so I'm going to take my granddaughter so she can meet her.
Yeah.
Here's a young lady who's doing already what you want to do.
Right.
You know, so let's see what that looks like. Education, there's the whole early childhood pre-K thing that's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Any
absolutely.
thoughts on that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I am totally for pre-K.
Okay.
We just got to figure out a way to get it done and get it done the proper way. Normally, I would be okay with it, but the problem with the tax is in a community or in a city like Kansas City, the city can only charge 10% taxes total. In general, just total altogether. Okay. We're already at that threshold, and so if we say yes to this tax, and it passes, then what that means for Kansas City is if we have an emergency that comes up or anything like that, then we won't have funds or be able to use tax funds.
Okay.
To take care of the emergency.
Got it.
So it kind of puts us in a precarious situation. You know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha.
In regards to that, and
gotcha.
So we need to look at that. Pretty hard.
Okay.
And make a tough decision about it.
Yes.
Or be creative and try to come up with some other alternative to fund it.
Okay.
Some kind of way.
Okay. Now, Mitch, one more question I'm going to ask, or I don't know if it's a question, or it's a question. So, tell Kansas City why they should vote for you in the 5th District.
Oh wow. I consider myself indigenous to this community. You know, I've been here since I was in the 6th grade. You know, I wasn't born here, but I've been here since the 6th grade. Went to Francis Willard,
I did
elementary.
too.
You went to Francis Willard?
I did.
Wow, man, high five. Gosh, man, that's what's up. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
So I went to Francis Willard, and went to Martin Luther King Jr., then to Paseo. Graduated from Paseo, went to Central Missouri State University. Okay. But I say all that to say is I've been in this community for a long time. Yes. I've seen a lot of things happen, and I see what's not happening right now. You follow what I'm saying?
I do.
So I kind of have my eye and a pulse on the community in terms of what's actually needed, because I live in the community. I'm here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And with that being said, I have the experience, the education, the knowledge. I really think to do something like this, you need some kind of financial experience.
Yes.
Of course, we still got all of Kansas City that we've got to take care of.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to tell you right now, the mayor always says, hey, we need to make this a world-class city. And other people say it too.
Yes.
Right now, to me, when you're leaving out and excluding a certain part of the city, it can't be world class.
Right.
And so we need to include the east side of Kansas City. Now, when I say east side, I mean east of Troost.
Yes.
And so with that being said, yeah, if you vote for me, I'm going to make sure some things are happening. We're already trying to create jobs for young folks.
Yes.
You remember the Joy program?
Oh, my God, yes.
You know what?
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you, that
my
Joy
first
program,
job was a Joy job.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? And when I came along, my sister graduated in 85. She worked for Joy.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I got old enough, Joy program was gone.
Mm-hmm.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
But what it did for me was when I saw her go out and work and come back home with a check.
Yes.
And she was able to buy whatever she wanted to buy.
Yes.
That inspired me to work.
Yes.
I wanted a job so I could go do what I wanted to do.
Yes.
So we're trying to bring those things back.
Yes.
And that will help.
love it.
That will help inspire the kids. So I'm not just sitting here trying to, ask people to vote for me without doing some work and having some work in place. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We're trying to get it done now. So when we get there, it'll always be something on the table.
Yes.
Plus, I have experience with some of the neighborhood associations.
Mm-hmm.
I was a board member with the East Meyer Community Association when it was in
Okay.
existence.
Okay.
I was chairman of the insurance committee with Neighborhood Housing Services,
Okay.
which dealt with all the insurance companies in the area. And we created programs for the community.
Well, Mitch, thank you so much for stopping by the Gangsta Goodies Kitchen. I really appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me.
Yes, I love it. I always tell you guys, you never know who might stop by. And these BlackEyed Peas, fire.
Okay.
Love it. He can cook too, y'all. So
There'll be a lot of people passing out a lot of material.
yes.
But I'm telling you, vote for Mitch Sudduth. If you want to see changes in the 5th District, want to see some things happening, vote for me. Help this community.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mitch, thank you again for spending your time with us and with the viewers. We really, really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We really do. Peace out, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Don't forget to follow us. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and we even tweet too. I know, right? So be on the lookout for that Gangster Goodie swag. It's coming soon. All my gangster goddesses out there. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.